Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of deer recoveries for the Wisconsin 2025 deer season. We had our first dead deer recovery on Sunday. A little backstory on this particular hunt. The hunter shot this buck at about 6:40 in the afternoon. They waited 4 hours before tracking, and really they only tracked it for like 10 yards just because they had no blood to really go off of. The hunter was about 18 feet up in the air. The shot was about 30 yards. And then after the shot, the deer ran downhill a little ways and just kind of stopped, as you'll see in the footage that the hunter provided me. So the shot angle was slightly quartering to. The little bit of blood that they did have was bright red blood. The hunter believed that they got one lung, liver, and maybe some stomach. So we're just going to jump into the footage here. And to start, this is the location of where the estimated stand location was at, and then here you'll see the buck here, and this again is after the shot. So you can see he's kind of hunched up here, which this is what the hunter sent me, and I at this point kind of realized that it was definitely stomach for sure, because just the back being hunched up like that's a good indicator that it's most likely stomach for sure. But here you'll also see where the shot is at. You can kind of see it right there, little bit of red. So it really wasn't that bad of a shot. It's just we weren't sure if his arrow deflected, if his shoulder blade deflected backwards, but you'll see as he starts walking here that his back leg is really in rough shape there. So but then here we are, we got out here, started flying. You can see there's a lot of deer out here in this field. You know, that one right there is a doe, so I didn't bother really checking the other ones at this point in time. So there's this food plot that's here that the hunter thought maybe he kind of went up into. It's pretty flat that goes up in there, so there was a chance that he could have been up in there. So I spent a little bit of time searching in here. I think I did find a couple of does here. But at this point, I didn't think he made it too terribly far up in that valley, just because it does kind of start to go uphill. And again, lethally hit deer, for the most part, don't usually go uphill. So I wasn't going to spend a ton of time searching up the hill. So I was really going to spend most of the time searching right along the field edge here. And as you can see, the canopy is pretty thick, so it just takes a little bit to penetrate through. And then here you can see that there's two heat signatures out here, and I thought this one was pretty big, so I figured I'd check it out, and then it was just a doe. So, and then this is another doe. So then I start to go back, and you can see there's another food plot area that kind of goes up in there. So I was just going to work my way back to where I was at originally, and then I came across this heat signature in here. As you can see, there was legs already splayed out, but again, the canopy was so thick, it was hard to get an angle in here, so I spent quite a bit of time trying to get an angle on this deer, just because I wanted to make sure like it was obviously his deer for sure, but and also to check on the condition of the deer. I wasn't 100% sure if it was dead or not, but after looking at it for a while, I noticed that the tail was out, which usually is an indicator that's a dead deer. So I spent quite a bit of time here just trying to get different angles just to confirm. You know, I at this point, I don't think I've really seen a rack yet. And then I think right here, we'll start to see a rack here pretty soon. And again, you can't really make it out. You can just see a couple of points that stick up on the one side. So you just got to keep working with it to see. So right there you can see the tail sticking out. which is a good sign. And you can kind of see some blood up there too. And then right here, as I come down, you'll start to see the rack right there on the left side. You can kind of see. Right, there you go. So at this moment, I knew it was a good buck, but that's probably the best angle that we really got on him. So from there, we pinned the location of him and brought the drone back. And then the next, you'll see where he kind of died at. So from tree stand to where he died at, it's about 227 yards. And then here he is. That's the buck. So if you guys like this, feel free to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you guys also enjoyed this. I appreciate your guys' support. Until next time, peace out.